When you're small at first, as the founder and CEO, your hand is touching everything.
Everything.
You are part of hiring, you're part of training, you're part of firing, you're part of product assessment, you're part of marketing. You have your hand in everything, so you're able to make sure that your why echoes through everything. Great. Now, some of you are joining us on this journey and you are ready to scale. And this is where picking that right next in command is so critical. And not even necessarily even next in command, but leaders that you bring into your building. In the last episode, we talked about really how critical it was to have an effective interview process to build trust in your vision and bring people into your company who trust and want to be part of what your why is.
Exactly.
So many companies fail when they get so big that the CEO can no longer influence the why. And therefore, they're hiring people in. Their systems are not in place to ensure that the why is protected.
Yes. And when we talk about systems, it can sound logical, right?
Mm-hmm.
It can.
It can sound logical.
There's an SOP, standard operating procedure. It's laid out. It's in writing. It's visual. There's snapshots of what you should be doing. But there is that essence, that emotional essence that needs to be felt within that.
How do you begin to grow your business, but have a safe succession in place? And I think this is why I felt so good about talking to you about launching Saige Consultants, is there was such an authenticity and compassion for people and truly wanting to help people, and a humbleness about you that as we grow this business and we have to divide and conquer, like I can trust that the things that you're handling and the things that I'm handling are going to align with how I want our clients treated and beyond.
Yeah.
And the people you're going to groom for the areas that the people that I'm going to groom. I feel like there's we talked about trust in the last episode. How do you find your Leilani to your Kristen, your yin to your yang in your business? And truly, some of the most successful businesses have done very well at making sure the correct CEO is in place as they step away. But that's not a quick hire and replace.
Yeah, they have to get to know your lifestyle, how you think, how you would make decisions.
Yes.
They almost know you so inside and out, kind of like your wife or husband, whoever, that they already know what you're going to do before you do it. Right. And a lot of times that is not your family member.
No.
That is someone outside of your family member that has that grit.
Yes.
They've gone through their own tribulations that they can appreciate where they're at now and where they want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's so true.
Yeah.
And I think that's also why a lot of times in business, it's pretty rare when family can work together, because you begin to know what the individual is going through on an even deeper personal level, and you begin to either make excuses or allowances for things. It's rare. I think what you and Danny have and Be Chic, and what Kevin and I have, I know it's very rare. It truly is. How many of you have a business and you're looking for or you have someone who's your right hand? I would say make sure they're the right hand for you.
Yeah,
so
your right hand has to support your better vision. And if, God forbid, anything were to happen and you decided to step down, that right hand will pick up where you left off with your vision in line and carry forward.
Absolutely. And I think he hints on this a little bit. I didn't put this in our notes, but he talks about the school bus test, where basically if the driver of the school bus were to fall away, is there somebody who could step into it and know the route and everything like that. And this is where it truly is so critical that you're planful. You stick with your why and those that you're bringing into your business, and especially these first critical months and years, that anybody you bring in, they have got to understand your why.
Yeah. Partnerships. I've had a couple of failed partnerships in the past, and I was leery going into this one because of that. Yeah. But I had to be vulnerable in that moment and say, Kristen has a lot of experience in an area that I do not. And this is
and she has a lot where I do not.
And this was a good partnership to go into.
Right? Your first year or two of the business, you are so invigorated and impassioned. And the things that are a struggle, you look at almost as a good challenge. By the time you hit year 3 and year 4, where most businesses begin to fail,
yes,
he is just burned out. He is exhausted. He feels like nothing is working.
And you just put so much time and effort into something, and to not see the rewards of your time and effort, because us creatures over here, we love instant gratification. And so when we're not seeing a reward on our time or effort
right away,
it's discouraging.
It's and that's exactly what he said. And I think you had shared with me, you were on a similar trajectory in your own business.
Yeah, most definitely. Every business owner. And there are some business owners that sit there and you'll see and they boom within the first year or two and all this other stuff. I almost want to get those business owners and sit them down and say, what did you try before that didn't work out? You see? And I think a lot are scared to share that because they're vulnerable and they need to be seen as a successful business owner. But behind every successful business owner is a failed attempt. Okay? And I don't even like using the word failed. It's a lesson learned.
It's a lesson learned. Yes.
Yeah.
As long as you realize that, one, a business has to solve a need in the market, but then to successfully have to run your business, your why has to align.
Oh my gosh. Let me tell you how many times I go into this. So you might think, okay, Leilani, you're doing and selling jewelry. Like, what are you thinking of doing in the government? The government's buying jewelry. Just a little backstory about that, real short, because we're running out of time. Yeah, the government does buy jewelry, but not in the same fashion that we're already providing. The government buys awards that they're given that are hung around a neck. The government buys little pins and medals that need to go on the vest. They buy little things that go over here in the shoulder, and all of those are considered jewelry. So upon looking upon how to do that, because we've already been doing it for 12 years and we already know the forging and casting of it, it led down to a series of things where I could take my why, which was family, impact, and legacy, and apply it to the government space. Because guess what? The government wants to work with small business as much as you do. The government knows that what runs this country is small business. And if you can align yourself with the government, they're willing to work with you. So all I did was align my why, which was family, legacy, and impact. And I treat the government as I do any other customer. And that's how I got into this space. So yes, if you know your why, it is not immune to any industry.
Not at all. If you're a business owner, you are a leader, even if you're only leading yourself to start off with.
Yeah.
But to help them understand why their why is so important and why it will help you cut through the noise and have your customers find you, and why it will help you hold true to your why and allow you to bring in the best talent so that you can take care of your customers. And will get you through that 3rd year, 4th year blues of business, because there will come a time where you feel like you've hit a wall.
Most definitely. Most recently in our business, we're going through a recession. I mean, not on the government side, but on the retail side, we've hit a recession. Sales are not where they were back in 2022 or 23, 22, 21, 20, right? And so what pushes you? What drives you? What makes you get over the next hurdle? What makes you persevere when everyone else, I said everyone else, not everything, everyone else is telling you maybe it's time for you to close up.
Right.
Right? Right. Because everyone else wants the safe thing for you. But listen to your limbic brain. What's your gut telling you?
Love that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so focus on your why.
Focus on your why. And let that why evolve with the industry.
Oh, and we talked about it 2 episodes ago. Railroads, music industry, newspapers, television, publishers.
Yep.
They failed to evolve with the times. And where are they now?
Yep.
So people get caught up on where they're at and they think they need to be there and stuck there. And I'm telling you firsthand, no, listen to the signs. Your signs will be out there and telling you what you should and do and focus on. Do it.
Do it.